What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a long week. Just getting over getting sick. You guys could probably hear that. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. I haven't had a chance to actually go through and make a list yet. I'm really actually still kind of combating this whole viral thing that's going on right now. But nothing will stop me from repping the new AMA magazine that's out. Kind of like our little monthly sit down, chill, chat, talk thing that I do. And just talk about some things that are going on in my world, the RC world, and look at some of these new things that that are out in the hobby world. So the first page coming right out, man. DXE8 or 8E, DX6, just your regular DX. I'm guessing that it's still a 6 channel, but it doesn't have like the radio, it doesn't have the memory like so that is an app interface enabled programming. Oh, okay, so this radio right here, it doesn't have a it doesn't have a face on it, but you can I guess you can via an app on your phone or whatnot. You can change your settings and what plane you're flying. Getting right into it, guys. These are the new planes right here from E-flite that came out. You guys know all about those all too well. It's pretty much the only thing anybody's been talking about or buying this month. So E-flite's probably blowing it up pretty good right now. I am doing something this month that I never thought I would ever do. Kind of a thing that I'm actually going to force myself into doing. I am not going to buy a plane this month, you guys. I want to see if I can go the whole month without purchasing myself a plane. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to do that. Because that is going to motivate me to get out and start flying some of these planes that I haven't flown yet, you guys. Today was a no-go. I wasn't feeling well. Not to mention it's been pouring down rain all day. But let's get into this magazine and kind of just chat for a little bit. What I usually do is I go through the magazine. If I see something that's, you know, nice or anything, something that's cool looking, then I'll, oh, look at this Corsair right here. Isn't that a beautiful Corsair? Such a beautiful Corsair. Let's see what it says about it. This is, oh, Joe Nall week, guys. This is May 10th through the 18th, 2019. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to Joe Nall yet, but I will be at Jet Jams, you guys. Oh, let's see. I hope you guys have all gotten your FAA stuff done. I just filled out my paperwork. I should be getting something in the mail here shortly. One thing that I was a little displeased with was that it didn't give me my numbers. I paid for it. I did everything that I had to do, and then it didn't tell me what my numbers were. So I'm guessing that maybe that's something that'll be in the package when I get the package. I hope. I mean, because I really need to get these numbers put on my planes. Flex Innovations, guys. We got the Flex Jet. That has been a pretty bad boy lately. Everybody's into the Flex Jets and wanting to get these Flex Jets. Oh man, you know, I'm looking at all these planes. Like I want a really nice biplane, and that's kind of why I bought that Dynam biplane over there, was just kind of get the fingers for it. It's pretty cool, man. I do like that biplane that I got there. Last time we flew it, we had a servo go wacky on us, stripped out, and we crashed it. She's all fixed now, but Just really haven't had it in me to take it back out and fly it again. One thing that you guys may or may not notice about me is when I crash a plane, I'm very timid to take that plane back out and fly it again. I don't know why. I think it's just the sight of seeing it crash once is enough for me. But we'll get her back out. There's a couple of things that I have to do to it before I actually, before I'll feel right taking it back out and flying it again. One thing is that I'm going to cut all those foam hinges and I'm going to put in regular hinges. That'll make me feel a little bit better right there. First, that'll just make me feel a hell of a lot better. I will be checking my phone here periodically, like right now, just to make sure that we're still recording, because having some issues lately with the phone just shutting off and not recording. Extreme Flight. Boy, that's pretty, huh? New season, new toys. That's right, baby. I would eventually like to have one of these as well. One of these nice sport flyers. Not that I'm really into prop planes much, you guys. I mean, I'm not really a prop guy. You guys look around my room, you'll see I do have some nice prop planes. I've got a big giant scale Hangar 9 P-51. I love prop planes from a historic point. But as far as flying them, you guys, I am just a huge jet guy. I'm just a big jet person. I always have been. I'm not a big RC car guy. I absolutely love jets. I'm infatuated with jets, and that's what got me into this hobby, was jets. I actually started, most of you guys know that have been watching my channel for a while, I learned how to fly RC planes with jets, which is absolutely crazy. I wouldn't recommend it. It did take some time to get used to it. But then once I got the Freewing MiG and the Freewing Little Saber, it's just like a door opened, and I just all of a sudden I had it. I was good. I was doing it, and it was fun. And then that made learning how to fly prop planes harder for me than most. It's not a very easy thing to do, to go from flying jets all the time and then, oh, we're going to fly a prop plane. Well, because the takeoffs are a hell of a lot different. First off, you got to hold back on the stick. Then you got to let go of the stick as you slowly throttle up, and then you're letting off the stick, and then you're pulling back on the stick to lift up. There's a lot more to it than just letting your plane sit on the ground, punching the throttle, and then pulling back on the stick to pull off the ground when the time comes, when you built up enough airspeed. I'm a little disappointed with this month's AMA magazine. There's really not much in it so far but then again, we haven't gotten to the back yet. Venom batteries, guys. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I've had like 2 or 3 of them. All 3 of them. Actually, I've had 3. I've had a 4S 2200, a 6S 3700 or 3600, and a 3S 1100 or 1100. Every single one of them puffed, you guys. Puffed badly. Here's something that's nice. Horizon Hobby Hangar 9 P-51 right here. This is the 20cc version. It's pretty cool looking. I love that paint scheme, you guys. I love the paint scheme. I love the invasion stripes. Reckham Royce RC. He got a hold of my old Dynam P-47. And painted over the yellow and stuff that was on the wings and put some invasion stripes on it. It looks sweet, you guys. Absolutely sweet. I was really excited to see what he did with that P-47, you guys. He did a wonderful job with it. I was completely stoked with the way it came out. It looks really nice. Oh my goodness, you guys. There is nothing in this month's magazine. I'm hoping that we get to something here pretty soon. The E-Flite batteries, And I'm going to say the same thing about those as well. I've had several of those, especially a lot of these ones right here, these 1350 milliamps. Puff, 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 puff. I'll take them. I'll take every one of them out one day, and I'll show you every single one of them. Every one of them, you guys, all puffed up. We got some Pitts. Oh, this is nice right here. Look at this. The Pitts S1 11B. 35% Pitts S1B 11B. Super Stinker is what they call it. Boy, that's nice. That is a nice plane right there. I like that Pitts right there. That is a pretty Pitts. My goodness. Oh my God, I'm sweating bullets right now, guys, because I just drink water, drink water, drink water. This damn whatever it is, it's just burning right through me. Like, whew, wow, man. I went and got my hair cut, thinking that would help. Oh, now here we go. This is where we're at right here. Motion RC, baby, right here. DX. That is probably going to be my next radio, you guys, right there. The DX12. That is probably going to be my next radio, and it's going to be the last one that I'll ever buy. And then after I have that DX12, there's no need of me having another radio. I mean, really, honestly, there's rarely going to be a plane out there where you're going to need to use 12 channels. I mean, that's just craziness. Oh boy. Chief Aircraft. Boy, I tell you what, man, that DX20, wow. I'm not sure what the retail on a DX20 is. Maybe one of you guys can let me know in the comment section below. I'm not sure what the retail on a DX20 is. But here's what I would really actually want to know is, do you guys think that it is do you think that it's a good radio? Do you think it's a feasible radio? Do you think that it's a radio that you should have? Do you think it's a radio that is it economically acceptable to have a DX20? That's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know from you guys, from the community. Is it economically feasible to even have something of that magnitude at that price point? That's another question I'd like you guys to answer in the comment section below. I do like the ammo can idea for the batteries, but I already have a really, really sick battery bag. It also fits my radio as well. And basically what it is I asked my old lady, I said, find me a bag that will fit my radio, that will fit my batteries. If you find something, let me know and we'll go look at it. And sure enough, not too much longer after that, we're walking through the store and she's like, hey, check this out. Well, what it happens to be is a handgun bag. It's a gun bag, basically. It's a bag that holds a couple of pistols, 9mm 45, all the way up to, it's not going to hold any kind of like long barrel like 357 Magnum or anything like that, or 38. It does hold a couple of 45s, a 9mm. You could probably put 3 guns in there. And then it holds a bunch of clips. There's like these little slots everywhere where you can put your magazines. Well, the spots where you put the gun is where I keep my radio. It slides right in, fits perfectly. And then all those little slots where you would keep a magazine or a clip for your handgun, it fits all 4S batteries, 3,000 and lower, all 4S, 3S, 4,000 or 3,000 and lower, they'll fit into those clip slots. And there's probably about 8. So there's 16 slots inside of that bag. So you can hold 16 3S or 4S batteries. the 6S batteries, there's a big pouch on the front of it. It unzips. And that's where you put your 6S batteries. You can stack them in there neatly. So by the time it's all said and done, and then there's another spot on the back where you can put all kinds of miscellaneous stuff like screwdrivers and stuff like that. Anything that you might need as far as fixing glue. God knows you need the glue at the field. It has worked out wonderfully for me. And the thing that I like about it the most is when it's all zipped up, it's waterproof, you guys. It is water resistant. Take that damn thing and zip it up and throw it in the goddamn lake. And she'll just sit there and float. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool bag. I haven't been able to find one like it since. And it's worked out wonderfully for me. Oh, a little F6F Hellcat. I like the Hellcat. I like giant scale Hellcats. They look so nice. I'm not a chopper kind of guy. I'm not a helicopter guy. I know a lot of you guys might be into the helicopter scene. I'm really not into the helicopter scenes, you guys. Just not a big helicopter fan. Years ago, me and my son, we had a couple of them. We got from, there's the Fox glider. I know a lot of you guys are looking into getting one of these. That is a really, really nice glider. It's probably one of the nicest gliders that you can buy on the market right now as far as a big, big, giant glider. Wow. Be a better pilot with airspace control. Oh, okay, I see what it's doing here. It's basically showing you some patterns to fly. So like when you get out and start flying, this is basically showing you some circuits that you could fly. So like you're flying your 360, then you come in, out, up and around. So that's probably up, over, Immelman, back under, in, and then that's another loop that you can run. Then so you're coming at it, you bank right, roll the plane so you can pull left and then back in. Okay, I see that. That's pretty cool, man. It's actually showing you like some typical circuits to fly when you're flying. That way when you go up in the air, you already know what your pattern is that you're going to be flying. With me, it's basically just flying in left-hand circles, throwing in some loops and barrel rolls. I do throw in some Immelmans that's from time to time. It all depends on what I'm flying and how I'm feeling that day. If it's a maiden flight, I'm just going to ring it out. I'm going to pull my left-handed circles as hard as I possibly can. I may pull a loop, some barrel rolls. I'm definitely going to do some aileron rolls frontwards and backwards or left and right just to see how she handles that. But for the most part, it's when I really get comfortable with a plane and then I'll ring it out. That was another reason that learning how to fly all on my own is probably not the greatest thing to do, because you get into some habits that are hard to break. When you learn how to fly yourself, you're pretty much flying your pattern the way you've flown it the entire time you started flying. Flying the plane around you instead of keeping the plane in front of you. That's probably one of my biggest problems to try to overcome. I am getting better with it. There are days when I go out there and I'm like a rock star doing it. But then some days I go out there and my thumbs I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling right. Or just not feeling it. You know what I mean? You know that feeling that I'm talking about. When you guys go out there and you get that feeling and you're just tearing it up the sky. And then there's those days when you get out there and you just got that feeling. I'm just going to be easy. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to be careful today. And I get that feeling sometimes, and it's just like, let's just stay on our left-hand circuit. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do on a normal day. and then even try to cut some corners on that. Just be extra cautious. Not saying that that's probably one of the best things to do, but some days I get out there and I'm just like, damn. Like if you watch, say like my Tempest flight where I was flying in the snow a few years ago, boy, I was ringing that plane out, man. I was ringing it the hell out. I was doing really well. And then there's a couple Panther flights where I'm just ridiculously flying that plane like I never would have ever thought I could fly it. I got a P-47. That P-47 that I sold to Roy, I got a flight on that, man, where I was just busting the shit out of that thing in the sky. And then you got a lot of those flights where you're just like, let's just keep it steady, keep it low, keep it, don't overdo it, but don't underdo it, but really don't overdo it. You know what I mean? And then you have those days where you're at the AMA field and you feel as though you got to do more than what you need to be doing because you got people watching you. Don't ever feel as though that people watching you, you have to change the way you fly because people are watching you, because that's setting yourself up for failure. You don't want to do that. Just fly your plane the way you fly your plane. Don't let anybody else tell you how to fly your plane. By all means, take suggestions, but not necessarily meaning that you got to make sure like those suggestions have to be taken right then and there immediately. When you're going to try something new, try it at your personal field before you go out to a flying field and try it. Other than that, most of you guys that are on my channel, you guys know how to fly. I've watched most of you guys fly. You guys are good pilots. Just to name a few, Guniak he's a beast. That guy's a beast. I've seen let's see who else jumps out at me as a decent pilot. Fred Barron is a good pilot. Who else? Let's see. Deuce, you're a hell of a pilot too, man. Deuce flies a lot like me. He likes to fly the plane around him and then down in front of him and then around him. It's just that's the way he feels comfortable flying, and that's me and Deuce have a similar flying style, and that's why I like flying. I like watching Deuce's videos because me and him do have a similar flying style. God, there's so many of you guys out there that are actually really, really good pilots that I've seen fly. John VHRC, another good pilot, great pilot. Mary Boozer's a good pilot. He's actually I'd say he's a little bit more like your intermediate. He's just under expert, but well into intermediate. So he's a really good pilot. Of course, Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike. Pilot Ryan, he's just he's a beast of a pilot as well. Skip started flying like right around the same time I did. And I can tell you right now, man, since we've started flying, Skip has definitely pulled ahead of me as far as the flying goes. That's just, he gets out a little bit more than me and flies a bit more than me. And that's what I'm hoping to change this month. By not buying any planes this month, I am going to be getting out and I'm going to be flying these GD planes that I have not flown yet. And I'm going to help myself become a better pilot by forcing myself out to do more outside stuff and get out and fly. Now that the snow's gone, there's no excuses, you guys. It's time to fly. No bullshit. It's time to fly. You guys, this AMA magazine has been absolutely ridiculously boring this month. I'm sorry, AMA. But really nothing has jumped out and is like, hey, show me, show me, show me. It has absolutely been ridiculous. Ridiculously boring AMA magazine this year. Yeah, I mean, just absolutely nothing. Nothing jumps off the page at me. But this isn't mostly about looking at the AMA magazine, you guys. Look at this son of a bitch here. Look at this thing, man. RC Giant Scale. 65th Annual Toledo Air Show. RC Model Expo. I believe I've seen this thing fly before. On some RC flight videos that are out there. I'm just going to check my phone to make sure we're still live here. All right, we're still going. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to take you guys through the AMA magazine. And then obviously you got your Real Flight 8, which will probably be something that I'm probably going to end up getting here pretty soon, you guys. I mean, I think a good flight simulator is all I need to push my piloting skills over the top and get me to the next level where I'm getting stuff up and down and I'm not breathing heavy at all. Once again, I apologize about not making any videos this week. I've been ridiculously, utterly just not feeling well at all, you guys. I appreciate every one of you guys. The next video that we'll be making, guys, is tomorrow. I will be prepping for that all day, and then when Kyle gets home from school, we will be doing the giveaway video. So I hope you guys can join me for that. Have a wonderful evening, guys. I'm Dave. Dave's RC. Peace.